that background needs to be super effing dark. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. I rather like. If I don't miss any spots. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Oh, missed another one. There we go. Anywhere else? Hand. Alright. This will be interesting to shade. Because I'm still thinking fiery colors. But you need some of the original color because I can just put yellow on this thing. Or orange. Yellow or orange. Let me finish my breakfast here while I stare at the colors. And check something. Okay. Hopefully that means I didn't skip a beat over and watch me work. I need this guy, okay. And a sip of chai. Okay. Get my tabletta out here. All nice and set up, so... Don't rotate, please. I want the eraser, thank you. Muscles. Okay. I'm gently using the tablet, gently, gently, gently. Because I don't want a solid color. I just want some warmth. Okay, so the fire is going to be going that way. And probably that way as well. I should probably... Or, it'll probably come up this way and go that way. Okay. The Hulk has such funky anatomy. I'm putting in the light instead of the shadow first, so I can kind of help myself see where the shadow is going to go, because there are going to be shadows. There are. Okay. I also said there's going to be stuff here. Is Wolverine's body blocking his face? It doesn't really look like it. It looks like Wolverine's kind of standing on his shoulder off to the side, so the Hulk is going to have some really badass lighting coming up on his face right here. Save often. Save often. Alright. Pretty much got the backlights first of him and then his face. The question is, what the hell's next to his face? His chest? Might be his chest. Right here. Get a little bit of light going. More down here than anything. So we have some contrast for his face. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? Or is your pinky? Is there a pinky? Is the real question. No. No, there's not, so I need to fix that. It's there, it's just not visible. This is not the pinky. This is actually there. His pinky is tucked up underneath of his, behind his other fingers. Okay, much better. So we have fire over here. Oh my god, it feels so good to listen to this. Sorry. Listening to the Dragon Age Inquisition soundtrack. And I'm not playing it for public because reasons. That's also his pants, isn't it? God damn it. I haven't listened to like original soundtracks or awesome game music in like 2 months, and it was apparently slowly killing me inside. I was getting really bored with just coloring and sitting at my computer doing this. New music, new love, new energy, even. Okay, because that's his bicep. This is his bicep, okay. There. There. Veins, lots of veins, lots of veins. I should probably keep talking if there's gonna be no music. Oh. If I was a good singer, I'd sing along. Goosebumps. God, his wrist, his hand. Look at this. Okay, that's all the subtle lighting, I believe. And this is why we put the red down, is so the orange doesn't look weird on the blue. It has a little something to hold on to grab onto. Okay, let me go up here. And we'll probably go over it a few more times to get it as bright as we would like it to be. Or leave it this dark and color the lines for that extra bit of highlight, for that extra bit of light. Here we go. That looks kind of bad. That looked bad. That still looks bad. Maybe. Or we just do that. I can't tell where this shadow's falling, honestly. Let's try and fade it out. See if that helps. Not really. Not particularly. But, ooh, look at that warm glow. Look at that warm glow. Okay. So I need more red, apparently, is what I'm seeing. I need quite a bit more red to make that orange stand out. And then probably need to tweak these shadows. Well, I can tweak the shadows after I put the orange in. Because, you know, Knuckles. Knuckles have folds and wrinkles in them, right? They do. they also have, yeah, wrinkles and folds in them. Okay. Like so. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more intense light back here, aren't we? I think so. I think so. And really, that just means putting more orange in, because the orange is that bright. We're just being really gentle with it. We're just being uber gentle with it. Just slowly building it up. Where we think the brightest spots would be. I have to keep thinking, don't get greedy, don't get greedy. And don't get ahead of myself. Okay, I still have room to grow. Still have room to grow if I need to. Muscles. Lots of them. God, it looks like Wolverine tore his face a new one. That's what that looks like. Just absolutely did a number on him. Okay, we also laid the red down, so when we put the orange and or yellow over it, it doesn't look green. Even though for the Hulk, that's not a bad thing. But we want some of the true colors. Maybe even a larger brush. Oh, we want a larger brush. There we go. It's looking neat. As far as I can tell, it's looking neat. I can be blinded. I can be blinded by my love for it. Oh, bicep. I almost forgot about bicep. Okay, that way, rest is shadow. Well, okay, I'll need to touch up his hand just a little. Just a little. But it helps to have a little extra shadow here and there. And not solely rely on the flats. I haven't even been looking at chat or anything. Whoops. Turn that down. Ah. Armpit hair. I just noticed it. Lovely. Lovely. Wolverine is a hairy guy. Can't complain. Can't complain. Where does his hair end? Oh, right there. This is where his hair ends. Right here. Okay. Oh. He does have lips. He really does. They are there. There we go. Nice. Keep an eye on the time so I can take a break when I need to. So this is the side of his bicep, and this is the side of his arm. Just adding a little bit of shape to all the shapes that are there, dictated by the big black lines. And we don't want any really flat color planes anywhere where they're just, a color. I want to add a little bit of something here and there, breaks up the not pattern there, because not having a pattern is just as obvious as having a pattern. If that makes any sense. Some of those knuckles a little shiny. I kind of need to pay attention to this hand over here. I didn't really do that. I didn't really do that. Mainly because there wasn't very much to pay attention to. Not really. Yeah, the palm of his hand doesn't actually need that. Doesn't actually need that. We're gonna put, like, all of it in shadow. Just all of it. Let's see. What do you look like? Interesting. That's what he looks like, is interesting. I forgot his gums. Oh, look at that. Look how not blue they are. Fixed, okay. Jesus. Jesus. Okay. Grab this guy. Grab this guy. Or did I use this one? I think it was this one. Let me do that, so then I can find them. Okay. Then I can find all the colors, so I don't have to keep going back. Hopefully that's not too weird. It's a little weird. It's a little tiny bit weird. Teeth should be flat. They are slightly round, but they need to be a little bit more flat. That's not so bad. It's not as bad. Hmm. His eyeballs. I know he has an iris and a pupil, and I just colored it all the same color because I wanted them to glow. Um, yeah, because I wanted them to glow. That might be an interesting thing to do. Okay. He hardly... Okay, the eye's not going to get nearly as much attention as this one. Not nearly. It's kind of... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to go for here. Not that. Sure. Why not? Okay. Oh, that's better. I'll pop my back and get the red out. There isn't going to be very much of it, though. Okay. Oh, I just popped my neck really bad. Wow, that was awesome. That was fun. I'm just so focused. Okay. Of course I'm shading on the flats. Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be? Seems like a logical thing to do. It's alright. Here. It's not too bad, actually. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. Not as terrible. Okay, Hulk is done. Hulk is done. Hulk is finished. On to Wolverine. I'm wondering if I can get away with this. Because his suit is all over the place. Alright, fire this way. And a lot of it. Hmm. I'm just laying in the lights of where I think they would go. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Son of a bitch. Oh no. I did it again. I could have swore I was not on the flats. Oh well. Oh frickin' well, okay. My mistake. Now the question uh, is how much can I not rage? Oh, Rock with Roadblock. Hello, good morning. Trying to color Wolverine here. It's not working out so hot. Well, it's going fine. It just doesn't feel like it. Just a hint. There. This nice bright fire over on this side here. There. Okay. Nope, those are behind his hand. They don't get no love. I need to soften that. I need to soften this. Just a little bit. I need to save. I don't think I've saved for a long time. Okay. Crisis may be averted. Okay. Be so, so gentle. I think. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Well, might as well commit. Might as well commit. Okay, not too shabby. We need to put shadows in, of course. That will make it nice. That will make it nice, nice. Oh, his butt. Almost forgot his butt. Oh my god. Can't forget that butt. If I can just have a nice light hand. There. There. God. Can't forget the butt. Alright, shadows. Are probably going to be a little key. They need to be a lot darker. There. Hey, it works for everybody. Zaliser, good morning. How are you this morning? Work on this too? Yeah. Works everywhere. Why wouldn't it? Oh, what did you accomplish on your project last night? Yes, yes, please do. I totally lose the anatomy here. I have no idea what's going on. No idea what's going on. Chest, ribs, okay. Other than it should just be, in shadow. There. A lot of shadow. It's a huge brush, okay. Saving, and then... give his belt some shape. And his pants. That's a decline. Oh man. The little tiny bump. That is really neat. Like, I keep looking at it. You're gonna have to tell me how that works. You're really gonna have to tell me how that works. Oh, wow. What are the parameters for that? Like, you hit a button and it goes, but what does it base its data off of to get a curve like that? Oh. Oh. Hmm. That doesn't seem quite right. If that's the case. But that's... I know nothing about population graphs or what they should look like. And a new... Okay, okay. So it does replenish itself, but it looks like it replenishes itself like 1 for 1, and something is born every year. Or, to me it should look like a bell curve, but I don't know if that's correct or not. Uh, yeah. But that's really interesting. You see my face right now. Come here. Come here. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. I forgot his little face piece right here. How dare I? There. Should be the tiniest bit of glow right here. And probably here. Hmm. Okay. I'm just not used to seeing grass with that sort of shape, I guess. Not that I look at a lot of them. Nice. Research is awesome. Love research. It's not so much up there as it would be down here. Just a touch. Yeah, our curve is exponential. Actually, no, I have recently looked at a population graph, and it's just skyrocketed insanely. Something is missing. Something is missing down here. How does that look? Interesting, that's how that looks. Wolverine doesn't look nearly as awesome as Hulk does. Not nearly as awesome. Probably because I haven't finished coloring him yet. Come here. This will be interesting. I see, I see. Okay. Just a general idea. This may not need... it probably does. This guy. As odd as that may be, shade it darker to get it lighter. Actually, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 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 We'll use this color. There we go. There we go. I was wondering why it looked funny. There. Mm-hmm. 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 Indeed. Looking mighty fine now. Let's redo this part. That is really cool, Zelser. I think that'll fix my issue. For the most part. I like the retaining memories. That's really cool. You'll have to have, like, a parameter for sets of memories, though. That's really detailed. Yeah, I get that it'll be stored in the database, but you have to actually come up with them. You have to actually come up with all the memory pieces that can be put into that. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, that'll take time. Lots of time. Does that fit the light scenario? I'm gonna say it does. I'm gonna say it does. Now the fun part. Yes, this is underarm, shoulder, bicep. Oh god. This is weird, that's what this is. Forearm, so this is bicep, lat, okay, shoulder, okay. Huh. Anatomy. Yeah, your database is probably going to be fairly large, especially if it has to count for like billions of individual population memory thingies. Or you could parse that down into like, you know, a third of the population is always going to be this way, and a fifth of it's going to be this way, and break it down into fractions so you don't have to do each individual. I don't know how you'd handle that, honestly, or how you were going to handle that. Armpit, okay. This is gonna look so weird. This is gonna look weird. It's gonna look bad. This little shoulder thing is casting the shadow. Okay. And also, if I'm not understanding or even, like, guessing in the right direction, just ignore me. Or feel free to correct. Because to me, in my brain, that the whole thing seems like it would be super complicated. Because, you know, there are things you have to plan for. Wars, uh, like plagues, diseases, mass diseases, huge natural disasters. But I guess you're right. You could almost categorize it into like 3 to 5 things. So it doesn't have to be hugely overcomplicated. Okay. Need a little bit more on the gentle scope over here. At least you have a good idea what the data will look like. Nope. Do this. Thank you. There we go. I can. Okay, okay. I actually understand that. That's alright. Okay. I surprisingly understand that. Okay. I almost want to say just screw the background. Oh my god, I was supposed to take a break 20 minutes ago. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a break, get up, stretch, and all of that good stuff, and I will be right back. Alright. Alrighty. Claws in the background. Claws in the background. I really need to learn how to make shiny things. I need to do some studies. I was thinking of doing an atmospheric perspective study and then maybe a shiny study of some kind. Of some kind. Don't lose your phone when you got a phone interview coming up. That'd be bad. That'd be so bad. Claw, 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 claw. Fire. Claws and fire. It doesn't help that his claws have no shape. Like, absolutely none. For this, I know they have shape. I know they have a lot of shape to them, but they're not drawn in. Which makes things a little difficult. It's not too terrible. Back shade, shade, shading. There we go. There we go. I get the pleasure of ignoring everything but the background. Ugh. This background is super detailed, and I want to do it, more justice. More justice. I actually don't feel like doing anything to it at all except laying in really generic shading. Because I'm lazy, and I want to be done with it. I already colored the interesting parts, now, move on. Okay, good. Be somewhat nice to it, though. I think they're actually standing on top of this car. This poor car. It's really difficult to tell where stuff needs to go, actually. And it shouldn't be that obvious either. The background does need to be muted so the rest of this can stand out. I only put in a few key places, and then the rest will be very generic. Just so I don't take away interest. Oh, then I color the lines. I would like to color the lines. Would I? I would, but I don't know exactly how. Don't know exactly how. That is a very good question. That does need to be brighter, though. Son of a bitch. It does. Okay. Actually kind of coloring to a beat. To a really insistent, intense beat. It's very interesting. Very fun. Oh, I needed a change of music so bad. Unfortunately, I don't want to get YouTube muted, whatever, whatever, because of it. So I can't share it. I think I can get away with using this red quite a bit, actually. Yes, please. There we go. Actually, how about some tavern? Oh, 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 come back here, chat. Come back here. There we go. Yeah, the remove songs from YouTube does not work. It does not work. It's in beta and it's a really novel idea, but it doesn't work. I've tried many a times and it's always failed. Always. No matter what. So you're kind of screwed until they figure that out. Yeah, almost have no opinion on the Monster Cat YouTube music thing. I just know I'm tired of listening to them, and they were stagnating my creativity heavily because I was tired of listening to them. You can always do like I do and, turn the computer sound down so only you get to listen to the music. And, screw all your viewers, which is what I'm doing right now. Because if you have no music, you can then actually download your own videos and edit them and then re-upload them as you see fit, if you need to. That looks absolutely shitty. I think it's because there's not enough blue in the background. It's because this isn't blue enough, apparently. Because that's actually bothering me. It needs blue. Yeah, it is a really neat thing that Monster Cat does, but they need to not uh, play a couple other premium songs in there to kind of like either pique your interest or something, uh, and screw you over on YouTube or on Twitch, because well, H-Tez doesn't listen to Monster Cat. I don't know what he listens to, but there are sections of his videos that get muted too. And like, I understand why things get muted, but if you aren't monetizing your videos, which is really obvious to tell if you are or are not, I wish they wouldn't mute you. Hmm. There does need to be more detail. God, I don't want more detail. I want less detail in the background. But it looks bad without it. It looks really bad without it. Because, yeah, there is some really intense light on the characters. It needs to also be reflected in the background that there is light. But I don't want there to be light. I don't want there to be light. There. There. It's a little better? That's a little better. And the weird thing is like, I want to color the lines, but I have no idea what effing color to color them. There we go. Is that a little too much? Is that a little too much? That seems better. That seems better. So, if I did this... Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. That looks very interesting. Do a little bit of this to see what it looks like. I'm hoping I like it. This might only look good, like, right here. On this specific place. Right here. And that's about it. Oh, look at the glow. Look at the glow. It just makes me want to have everything glow, which is not a good thing. Hmm. A little too bright. That's a little too bright. And then may not be bright enough. Still testing, still playing, although I'm thinking I'll like it regardless. Like, now we know there's some intense light over there. There. This might be the little detail that the background needs to not drive me bonkers. I'm hoping it is. Actually, it is. Yay! Oh, thank God. Just gotta be careful where to use this is all. This might be too much. Not digging it. Not digging it too much. Where? Well, this is essentially the same color. I'm really digging this upper corner. I think I'm done in this upper corner for the most part. Let me snag a deeper red. I think this just, it needs it for some reason. It also has like no shading. No shading. Sure. I'm going overboard. I'm going way overboard. Now I like it. You can hardly tell what's going on right here. Hardly, hardly. There's a car door, there's a rock on the car, there's some twisted metal, and yet it's insanely difficult to tell what's going on. Hmm. Hmm. Hey, it's a little better. Oh yeah, chapstick. Been meaning to put that on for like an hour. There we go. So, we managed to get the twisted metal to stick out, but nothing else. Not the car. Um, hmm. Hmm. That's probably the opposite. That's probably the opposite. Better. A little better. That's a little bit better. Let's do this. Okay. I don't want to put any effort into the background whatsoever. Well, it needs it. It needs love. Boy, does it need love. Not necessarily there, though. That's a hand. That hand might actually need a bit more love. Overall, so far, I like. So, back to coloring some lines. Coloring some lines. Question is, how bright? How bright? Because thankfully if we don't like it, we just pop it right back to what it was. Fade, 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 fade. Probably what I need to do is fade in a little bit with that color and then pop in with this color. Pretend I know what I'm doing right there. This might make it a little too bright. It's actually kind of nice. It's actually kind of nice. We'll go over it in red first, and then the orange, and then the orange. And I will take any thoughts while I'm doing this if something looks off or needs a little bit more attention. Things like that. I'm not sure how far I want to go on his face. It might just be this far. No, not very far. And then Wolverine is going to have some issues here real soon. Because of this. Because we can totally do that. We can totally highlight this as much as we want. His little chin whiskers, too. Which is actually not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Yay. See how that turns out. We'll see how that turns out. Pretty okay. Pretty okay so far. Okay. I'm long, long away from finishing this, which is a little sad. Which is a little bit sad, but I might have to leave it as is. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to leave it as is. It'd be a shame. This will probably be too much. I'm thinking this will be too much. It might not be. Nope, it's not. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. I'm like all ecstatic. This is gonna... I'm gonna just commit. Probably the wrong commitment, but I'm gonna commit. It's gonna look bad. That's gonna look bad. It needs... Yeah, it needs to have more subtlety than that. Yep. It needs to have a lot of subtlety. Okay. Subtlety it is. We can do subtle. That's too much. That's too much. Okay. Finding that balance is the hardest thing to do. It really, really is. It's just like shading all over again. His, his neck and shoulders are insane. Hulk's neck and shoulders are absolutely insane. little bit back here. Little bright. Just a little bit. And then of course there's this thing. This thing. I think I'm almost done. I think I'm almost done. It's always good to be able to do the thing that you wanted to do today, Zealoser. And what might that be? I forgot his butt again. He has a butt. He has a shoe. And there is a thumb right here. There's also some pants going on. And he has another leg. There. Oh, I see. You need to clone the database so it doesn't pop up all wiggly if someone comes in when it's updating. I see. How's that? I need a little something more. A little few something more. That would be good. That would be a good thing. Let's see. A little bit more here. A little bit more here. A little bit more going on here. Warm all of this up. Nice. That sounds like a great solution to the problem. Okay. orange and the yellow just kind of ate up all the blue, didn't it? Except for a few places. Except for a few places. Oh. Oh, it is there. Okay. It is there. Does that need to be any lighter? Any stronger? I could probably stand to use a little bit. This could probably stand a little bit of something too. Just to make his arm, yeah, there we go. There we go, I like. Probably back here too, because there is light behind him. There is light behind him. There's light everywhere. Can't get away from it. Need a little more genteel, there we go. God, yeah, it's like shading all over again. Just trying to be nice and subtle about it. There. Yes, glow. It glows. Does it glow enough? Is there enough I think there's enough contrast, but is there enough, like, detail? I don't know. His hand just kind of disappears. It totally disappears. You can't even tell it's there. It's like, hand? What hand? There's not a pinky or a palm right there. Not at all. Not at all. Why would there be? It's just part of the wreckage. You still can't really tell, but at least it stands out more. Yeah, at least it stands out a little bit more. Eee. There. I'm calling that done. I'm calling that done. I don't even know where to sign it because there's no place to really sign it, so I'm not going to sign it. It's done. I'm done. I'm good for the day. I'm going to go work on something else, but not stream it. Because I have other work to do. So thank you everyone for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I highly enjoyed talking with you guys in the chat. If you'd like to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitch or on Twitter at JazmoColors. And I will catch you guys all next time.